Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is a Blockland video, as in case you didn't see. But anyway, this video is going to be focusing on Blockland, the basics of Blockland. If you're new to the game, this is the series for you. It's going to be about a 5 or 6 episode series, basically going over every single one of these settings here. And maybe the quit button. It's not really difficult, but every single one of these settings here, we're not going to be going in depth to like data blocks and how to make a server load faster, because this is just meant for people that want to experience Blockland for the first time. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to divide the start a game up into 2 sections. Join a game is going to be an episode. Player is going to be an episode. Options is going to be an episode. Credits is going to be an episode. And maybe the quit. But yeah, we're going to jump right into the start a game section. And the first thing you're going to see is that it starts you on the tutorial. Not all of these other things. It's just going to start you on the tutorial. So this episode is going to be focused mainly on the tutorial. So yeah, so I'm going to actually walk you through the tutorial, tell you what everything means, kind of go in depth more than the tutorial does. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. You're just going to hit the select button over on the right hand side, and it's going to go here. You can actually host the tutorial on LAN or internet. We are not going to be using LAN or internet in this video, so you're just going to hit launch game, and it should automatically launch the game for you. It's going to create a single player server. Don't worry, nobody's going to be joining it. And we're just going to let this load and let this freeze like it always does. I don't know why. So just let it do all this, because this is the first time the game is loading, and it's just going to load it onto the tutorial world. So yeah. And as you can see, prepare to be tutored, and it's going to tell you that I need to fix my DPI. So I'll be right back, I guess. Okay, so we have spawned in the game. And I actually had to re-record this part because I messed something up. But if for some reason the game decides to go like this and make you look straight down and you can't actually move, it's moving like this for you, you need to properties. You need to go to the game properties, which I guess actually I'll go ahead and tell you. So what you're going to do is you want to close the game. So actually, let me switch to my monitor view, and I'll show you guys really quickly. Okay, so here is my Blockland folder, the non-Steam Blockland folder. So if your computer decides to automatically move, if the game decides to automatically move your mouse, what you're going to want to do is you're going to find Blockland. You're going to want to right-click it. You're going to want to go to Properties. So once you're in Properties, you're going to want to go to Compatibility. You're going to want to check this in Disable display scaling on high DPI settings, and you're going to hit apply, and it's going to do that, and it's going to be okay. So I'll see you back in game. Okay, so we're back here in the game, and we're just going to do what it says. So of course, easy move, use the mouse. Sorry, that was WASD to move. So WASD to move. So you're going to go like that. Mess around with these if you want to in here a little. Need to rebind that. Anyway, this is the jump place, so you're just going to press spacebar to jump. So you're just going to run forward and jump. If you need to practice jumping a little, don't be afraid to jump in the water, and then come back out here. Pretty simple stuff. You're just going to W and press jump. So in here, you're just going to duck, left shift, you're going to crouch. Okay, now this is where you do not want to actually clear your bricks. Okay, you actually by default have bricks, so when you press B, do not clear the cart. It will glitch the tutorial out. So when you press B, you're gonna see this, you're just gonna hit done, and it'll give you your completion. In here, you're gonna see the build section. So you're gonna press 1 to equip the brick, and it's going to tell you to look at the platform. So this is the platform, and you're going to press the left mouse button. You're just going to standard click, and it's going to create a ghost brick. This is called a ghost brick, and every single brick has one. It tells you where the brick's going to be planted, so it's easier to keep track of. Now, I understand in some cases you're on a server and this doesn't show up. We're going to go over how to fix that on a later date. But anyway, um, if it doesn't actually show up, you're gonna have to reboot the game and redo the tutorial up to this point. So the numpad enter will plant the brick. It's the one to the right of the delete key, the period / delete key, right of the numpad 3 and under the plus button. You're just gonna press it, and it should automatically do it. Something that I've noticed, I actually re-recorded this video because earlier when I recorded this video, I actually showed you how to clear the cart and what happens if you don't have a brick in the cart, and it actually messed up. And it wants you for some reason to plant this brick, and I think the reason being is this tutorial used to actually have you build a staircase to get into the next room, and it would only let you get this brick. But if you actually try to use this brick, or any of these other bricks, it actually does not work. So you have to use this brick here. So it's important that you actually use this brick, and it actually doesn't even let you plant any other of these bricks. But you can actually plant these same bricks here, and you can even plant them on the floor if you want. So this is a little glitched, but whatever. Let me just... Okay, so yeah. It actually doesn't let you do that, so that needs to be fixed. Someone needs to fix that. I can't fix it because I don't really know how to edit the game. So again, you're going to press 1 to equip the brick, and you're going to remember that I told you on the original tutorial, it actually had you build a staircase here, and you only had this brick. You couldn't actually choose these other bricks. So you're going to want to choose the same brick, and you're going to want to do what it says. Now, this is where it can become a little interesting. If you do not use the numpad, I actually don't really know how to do it without the numpad. I've never used it, but I believe it's UJH, and it has its own little system. It'll tell you that on the screen. But basically, if you look at your numpad right now, it's kind of systematic. 7 and 9 actually rotate the brick. So if you go ahead and press 7 and 9, it will rotate the brick clockwise and counterclockwise. 8, 4, 2, and 6, which if you look at it are kind of, you see little arrow keys next to it, are little arrow keys. 6 moves the brick to the right, 4 moves the brick to the left, 8 moves the brick forward, and 2 moves the brick back. So in order to bring it into this hole, you're going to want to press what it says on the screen, or you could just look at your keyboard and kind of use logic here. 1 and 3 move the brick up and down, 3 moves the brick up, 1 moves the brick down. I kind of remember this as 3 being higher, so it's going to move the brick higher, 1 being lower, it's going to move the brick lower. And it doesn't, if you want to go ahead and experiment with this and you want to use 7 and 9, rotate the brick clockwise, counterclockwise, and 5, well, makes it shift down. And I believe the plus button actually makes it shift up a brick. And when I mean shift up a brick, it's going to shift up the same amount of bricks as you put down. So let's put down this one as an example. And you press the shift button, it's just going to shift up so you can easily build a stack like this. And that's what that does. So in here, you're just going to put the brick there like it says, and you're going to use your numpad keys to move it into place, as I said earlier, and press numpad enter to plant the brick. So if you want to repeat what I said, go ahead, repeat as many times as you can, as many times as you want. So this is actually the part where I was talking about over here. It actually told you to build a staircase over here, in here. It like combined it. But the thing I don't like is how you can actually choose different bricks and it actually won't work. So I'm going to go ahead and just build this staircase really quickly using simple keys here. So I'm going to put the brick down and I'm going to press my number 3 key until it's not hovering, because it'll tell you float, and it's not overlapping. You can see the ghost bricks overlapping, so it's like that. And if you actually hold down the enter button and press 3 repeatedly, it will actually automatically plant the brick. It's really useful. And you can actually hold down 3 and not tap it, and it'll do that. And yeah, keep in mind that you can use jump at this time. So if you want to just jump up here and do that, go right ahead. And we're just going to jump into the next room, and yeah. Now, the jet button, it can be spacebar, and it can be the right mouse button. I played on both. So you're just going to jet up here. It's just going to tell you it. This isn't really that difficult. The jet works, and it automatically brings you into here, and it's always going to be the right mouse button, or spacebar unless you revamp it. So in here, it's going to tell you to press R to turn on your light. I'm going to go ahead and revamp that. So, and the reason being is on certain servers, which we'll get into when we get to the join a game section, the guns, if you want to use a gun, the reload buttons are, and it actually also turns on your light at the same time, and it gets really annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to where it used to be, the default L. And I believe, if I can find it. Here it is. And in order to revamp a key, you're going to find the key that you want under here. You're going to highlight, you're going to double click, and you're going to press the button that you want, L. There we go. So now L is going to turn on my light, and it should automatically adapt to whatever key you chose. So see how the L button is in, see how L is yellow? That means that the game's detecting that it's a keybind and you can change it. So we're just going to go ahead and move on with this. So in here, it's going to tell you how to use vehicles. In this case, a horse. So in order to get on a horse, you're just going to jump and just control like a normal player, and you can actually jump farther on a horse. In order to get off the horse, you're just going to jet. So the hammer works interestingly. I don't know if this will go over it in the tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and say it here. The hammer will not break bricks that are stacked up. So if we go ahead and stack some bricks here, and I try to break it down here, it's not going to work. The reason being is you have to break the bricks on top before you can break the bricks on the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do what it says here, but the reason why you can break like this is because it's all stacked and there's a base plate on top. We're going to get into like building and stuff on a different video. That's a little bit more complicated if you're just doing basics. So we're just going to break this, and yeah, if you want to break all the bricks, get some practice. That little circle in the middle is where your hammer is going to break. Very important. If you're also using a wand, which will tell you later, you're going to want to make sure that you aim properly so you don't accidentally destroy your build and just walk through here. You're going to pick up the wrench. What you're going to do is you're going to scroll. You can scroll up or down, or you can use the arrow keys if you don't have a scroll wheel. You're just going to scroll down, and you're going to go to the wrench, and you're just going to click on this cone brick. Do not click on that one in this cone brick. Now in here, you're going to see a vast majority of settings to choose from. Now do not be overwhelmed. When I first saw this, I was overwhelmed myself. I guess I'll go ahead and go over what each of these mean. So up here, that's the name of the brick. If you want to name a brick for reasons, that's eventing. We'll go over events a little later. But if you want to go over events, which are down here, if you want to name a brick for the events, this is where you would do it. These copy buttons on the side of the screen. So say like you have two different bricks planted, and you want to name that other brick the same thing. You're going to want to check in the copy button, and you're going to want to hit send. Or not cancel, because cancel will automatically uncheck this and undo anything you've done in here. So you're going to want to hit copy, and you're going to want to copy it over to the other brick. So that's what the copy buttons do. You can do that for pretty much anything here. So the light. Now a light will basically, put a light on the brick. So the blue light will automatically put a blue light on the brick. And you can just mess around with the lights if you want. And the copy button works the same way for this one. The emitter, however you call it, it wants you to do this in the tutorial. The emitter is basically kind of like an effects brick. As you can see, effects. You can add lasers and stuff, add guns and stuff. You can add water if you really want to. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that towards the end because I don't want to finish this part of the tutorial. But you can add items. So items are basically by default, the game has a gun, a hammer, a printer, wand, and a wrench. If you want to add more items to the game, those are add-ons, and we're going to go over add-ons on a different video. But by default, you're going to get these, and you can add items and it'll appear on top or whichever direction you set it. So the item position will differentiate where the item will spawn when you hit send: up, down, north, east, south, west. Very important if you want to make maps and you don't want it, and you want to use a brick, but you don't want the brick to be shown a certain way, you're going to use this setting. The item direction is the way the item's facing: northeast, southwest, and the item respawn time. This is kind of important if you don't want people to have the same weapon. So say like I spawn a gun, and I don't want him to have a gun at the same time as I do. You're going to put this on like 6 or something, so it takes a while for it to respawn. We're going to go over these settings a little later. These are a little bit more complicated. And of course the events tab, and this is where you can do this type of stuff. We're not going to worry about this. This stuff is, I'll probably have to make another video about events and stuff. But we're going to go ahead and do what it says, and you're going to put the, I'll put the water emitter, and I'll have it up. We're not going to change the emitter direction. That's what this part is down here: up, down, northeast, southwest, and you can copy that. So there we go. This right here is actually a destructo wand one, so yeah. So in here is the paint section. This is very straightforward, I found, but if you want to, you know, if you want to mess around with paint, you can. So in order to change the paint color, you're going to scroll. Now, say like you want a different, you know, bold or something, you're going to press E, and that'll move different columns. So E moves it to like the bold, the soft, the transparent, or the standard. So we're just going to draw a smiley face, and there we go. So as soon as you're done, you're going to hit the chest, and that's the end of the tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and stay here, and you can explore the map and stuff. That's it for the tutorial. I hope I helped you guys when I went in depth into the tutorial. If you have any questions about stuff that I didn't go over, please be sure to put that in the comment section. If you want me to go over something in a different video, anyway, if you want me to go over something that I did not actually go over in this video, leave that in the comments below, and I will go over it. I guess that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, leave a like, and part 2 will be the other section of Start a Game tab. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped. If it didn't help, or if I was too complicated on something, tell me, and I will explain it in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.